Hello friends, welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. You are going to be seeing my updates, things that I got done last week. Well, let me just tell you, it wasn't a lot. It was not a lot. But I did learn a lot of lessons in the few things that I did get done. So friends, the first thing we got done was, well, that's not the one we did. This is the one we did. I clipped it to the wrong side there, friends. That is okay, though. That is the kind of week I have been having, but that's okay. So the block we got done, this was our August block for our diamond ice. So we did get that done. I'm trying to recall, did I get any... I don't think I got any Jolly Bar blocks done. I might have, though. No, I did not. I did not get any Jolly Bar blocks done for the Marie Antoinette blocks. So, hopefully, I will be able to get a hold of some of those blocks this week. I'm trying to get everything caught up. Now, that's not really behind. Well, it is behind. I mean, Jolly Bar Day was in May. And this is August. Yeah, but, you know, I don't say that as behind. I'm just taking my time, making sure I'm in a place in my mind to get it done. So that's what it is. But the next thing that I worked on, friends, y'all know is my bag. You will see I'm a little further than what y'all saw. I did get my zipper in my bag. Got my zipper there. And I've got my binding done. So, friends, let me tell you about this binding. And you notice this is a jacket zipper, so it does come apart. That means that you're not restricted to that. You can undo it down here and then do it back. And I got my binding. Now, friends, let me tell you about this binding on these curved and all that. It's a hot mess. I tried sewing it on the machine. Absolutely not. Do not do that. Do hand stitch your binding on this bag. So this bag is looking a hot mess, and I see I got some threads hanging out there. I do not have my handles yet. I think that's the last thing to do is the handles, and this bag will be completed. Now, like I said, this is my tester bag. I will have my plan is to have a 3-part series on making this bag and just do it in a larger one. I know this is looking crooked. I know it does look crooked to me too, but that, I mean, I measured it all. I don't know. I don't know why it's crooked because I measured it from the top and it's supposed to be straight, but if it's not really going to matter, friends. It's really not going to matter if that's straight or not because I'm probably not going to put anything in that little bitty pocket. But, you know, this is my binded bag maker's tote. I'm hoping it's only 3 parts. It could be more. But the binding, I will not bring you guys along for. I'm going to, when I make my bag, you do sew it on the inside. You do a sewing on the inside of it here. Like, you will sew it on the inside, and then you will flip it over and hand stitch that on the front. They say to do a invisible stitch or a hidden stitch. Me, as long as I just get it stitched is what I'm looking for. But those are the 2 things that I have gotten done this week or last week. It wasn't this week, but friends, I got something in the mail. Now, I ordered this. I had to order this. This is the other half yard, or it's not really a full half yard. It may be. Yeah, this is a full half yard for the Creative Notions picnic caddy. I ordered the same fabric because I loved that fabric so much. I went on and ordered some of it because I wanted to use what came in the bag and I just needed the extra. So friends, when we get our next box, We should be getting that box. I think we should be getting it here in August. Yeah, we should be getting the next box in August. I'm hoping we get it in August. This will probably be my last box that I get. I do love the Creative Notions box, but it not coming on time is really not good for me. I really like it to come in the month I'm supposed to get it in. So hopefully we get that box in August, because we will pay for a new box in September. And if I don't get my box in August, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cancel it, because I can't get my boxes 1 and 2 months behind. It's just not feasible, even though they've got some lovely items they've been putting in there. I love that they're doing, it's almost like they have a 3D printer or like a laser cutter or something. They're really doing some great things in there, and I'm really enjoying them. But I really do need my box on time. But I have this, so my plan is to hopefully get on that picnic caddy. So let me look what else I have, friends. You know the things. I've got a list. So I'm hoping to get that done. The picnic caddy. I am hoping to also get some more blocks done for the Jolly Bar quilt. Let's see what else. I may even do a 3-yard quilt. I haven't decided yet, but I probably will, because I know there's going to be some 3-yard quilt kits in my D-Stash, friends. That is the next to last Sunday here in August. So, and that's going to be probably a really big one, getting me ready to go on retreat. I already have a box slam full of things I hope to have. There will be some of the mini charm bags, those Nantucket summer bags. There will be some of those kitted up. There will be some EPP kits kitted up. There will be, and the EPP kits, those are a hexagon. So a 3-row hexagon. There will be, that is the plan, some mini charm bags, EPP kits, 3-yard quilt kits. I know I have 2 kitted up quilts, large kitted up quilts. I've got to sit down and figure up the cost of those, because I think they have everything for front and back, you know, the quilt top and the backing. So I've got to check and see what all I have, so I can appropriately price it. I'm not going to gouge for it. I'm just going to try to get my money back for it. And in most instances, when I do that, they're going to be actually less than what I paid for it. It's just my room is more precious at this point than a quilt, and I'm just trying to get myself some space in here, because I'm not doing as many quilts. And these that I kitted up, at first I was like, really, I'm gonna do this, I really want to do this. But now it's kind of like my ideas have changed, and that is okay, friends. If you change your mind or your ideas of what you want to quilt, that's perfectly fine. That is life. That's normal. That happens. But I do hope to get some 3-yard quilts, maybe some charm kits, some charm quilts put in there. Most of the patterns that I will be putting in these quilt kits are going to be free patterns. They're just ideas. Most of them, the fabric that is in the kit was kitted up to that pattern. I still have a lot of patterns that I kitted up. I've actually found a whole tote of fabric that I bought yardage of just to do 3-yard quilts, because I thought that was going to be my thing. I thought I was going to do 3-yard quilts because they had grandbabies, and you know, you can add a border and make it bigger. Yeah, no, I didn't do that, but I got plenty of fabric to do it. So I'm going to kit up some 3-yard quilt kits, and I have like patterns laid in there with all the fabrics. So I just want to get the fabrics laid out, because most of them are rolled up in rolls, and those don't ship very well. It's best if they're flat, but I will get those together for you guys, so when we have that D-stash the next to last Sunday of the month, everything will be together. So what else do I look? I'm sitting here, guys. I still need to do the borders on my woodland. Still need to do those borders. That is on my list. I still need to bind that flyaway quilt, my Cotton Cuts flyaway quilt, and that was a couple quilts ago, so I still need to bind that. That's on my list to do. Now, like I said, my list may have 10 things on it. If I get one done, I'm happy. And let's see, okay, the Yuletide Sampler 2 with Tammy and Alicia, that has been moved to this Friday. So instead of 2nd and 4th, we're doing 3rd and 4th Friday of this month. Tammy had some things come up, which was fine, because as you guys know, last week, friends, I was suffering with vertigo, and I've had a headache, and I'm still got a touch of vertigo, but it's better. It is better. All I have to do is drink a lot of water, take my allergy meds, and rest, and I get better. And that's what I have been doing. An update on my sister. Thank you all so much for the kind words and thoughts and prayers for my sister. The news that we got today, which I'm recording this Saturday, was that it is not her kidney. They did put stents in. Her kidney functions have more than doubled. It is not a kidney issue. They did exploratory surgery. They did find 2 masses. They biopsied them. One of them he's not really concerned about, because he's like, have you ever had when you gave birth, did you have large children? Because one is, I don't want to, get knocked out here with YouTube. Let me just use a non correct phrase. She has one mass that's next to her cookie, and you ladies know what I mean, what that is. But the doctor, he said that's not his expertise. He is urology, but he has referred her to gynecology, but they're waiting on the biopsies results to determine what's the next path. He says the mass that's next to her cookie, he's not worried about. He thinks it is possible scar tissue from birthing her children. The other one is next to, it's attached to the uterus, and both of these are pressing into the bladder, stopping it from releasing all the way. And that's the one he's most concerned about. But guys, I'm going to tell you, my sister's 47. She has known something has been wrong for years. And her OBGYN would not do a hysterectomy, would not do anything additional. And unfortunately, that's our current healthcare system. They kept telling her, go through perimenopause before we do this. And I told her, I said, but I didn't hit perimenopause, when my doctor was like, no, we're taking it out, and we're taking it all out, because we don't want it to become bad. And I've had very good female health. That's all been real good since he's done that. And but she's known something was wrong for a while, and she's hoping that they decide to take everything out. And I told her, I said, that's not the worst thing that could happen. You don't want to have no more babies, so you don't need those parts. It's okay. And I told her, she said, well, I always feel like I'm going crazy. I said, well, I don't know if that's hormonal or if that's just us, but you'll be okay. And so we've been, she sounded really upbeat when she called me this morning and told me what the doctor said. And they're very hopeful for her that this is, it's not her kidneys. And that was one of the things. She was scared she was having kidney failure. But that's not the case. She is good. but we're just waiting on the results of her biopsies. And so we're just staying optimistic, very hopeful. We feel like this is all good. Everything is good. Everything's going really well. They are getting her blood pressure back under control, but it's probably because she was in so much pain is why her blood pressure was up. But everything is looking good. Her creatine is coming down. Her kidney functions is going up. So we're good, friends. So thank you all once again. I truly, truly appreciate all the kind words, the emails, the messages, everything. It does mean a lot to me to know that I have people stretched from one side of the globe to the other that takes the time just to think and say a good thought into the universe for my little sister. Like I said, she's 47. She's the youngest of us all. And she's the baby. She's our caboose. Now, I do have a younger brother than her that he's adopted. This is a biological sibling, full biological sibling of mine. And so, yeah, we are very thankful of the prognosis that we've gotten so far. We're just waiting on more results. So that's very good. But friends, I'm very excited about this upcoming week with my sewing. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may just pull something out of thin air and surprise everybody. I'm just so excited to be getting back in the groove, because, you know, I told y'all the last 2 weeks of work were just chaotic. Not really bad, but it's been more thought processing going on than what I'm used to in this position. And friends, I'm going to tell y'all, since the big C, thought processing is really hard for me to do. That's why a lot of my videos are highly edited, because I have to stop and I have to read the pattern several times before I may it clicks. And I was never like that before the big, you know, that fungulitis that hit us all. And but now I am. But you know, I just know I have to slow it down and I have to read it better. But I'm so excited about what's happening this next week. And I don't even know what it is, friends. I don't know. But I just have such a good feeling about this week. I hope y'all do too. I hope your week started out great. I'm hoping mine started out great too, friends. I really do. But I'm not going to let it get me down. You know? I could be in my little sister's position. And I'm not. And I'm very thankful for that. And I'm continuing to keep her in my thoughts and prayers as well. And I will be talking to her actually after we get off of this here. I'm going to be giving her a call, just checking in with her before her nighttime happens. But friends, thank you so much for checking in, seeing what I've done. I can't really tell you what I'm going to do this upcoming week, because I don't even know. I'm just feeling very hopeful about it, though. I'm very optimistic about this week. I just have a very good feeling about it. But friends, give me a thumbs up before you head out. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure YouTube has not done a baddie on you and just took you out of my subscription list. Click that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing, because like I said, it's no telling what I'm going to get into this week. But I'm excited about it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, friends.